Good morning everyone and welcome for today's session. Today we will continue with our types of FDI. Till now we have completed total 5 types of FDI. From this, number 1 is FDI on the basis of direction of investment. FDI, number 2, FDI on the basis of various type of activities undertaken by the company. Then number C, FDI on the basis of various investment objectives. The D, FDI on the basis of sector in which the investment is done. And E, on the basis of entry mode. Now the next type is FDI on the basis of strategic mode. The various strategies for which the FDI is done is the strategic mode. So amongst this, the first one is export replacement. In response to trade barriers of the host country, FDI is made as a substitute for export. It is termed as export replacement. So in this FDI, the company is till date the company is doing export in a particular market. Now that host country has created trade barriers, or they have make their trade barriers more strengthened. So, they have increased various type of trade barriers and taxes. Now it becomes difficult and costly to export in those countries. So in response to the trade barriers established by the host country, the company is doing FDI as the substitute, as the replacement of export. Now till date company is doing export, but now company will not do export, rather than company will go in the host country in which they were exporting. Now the company will go in those country, produce in those countries, and then sell into those countries only. The aim of such FDI is to overcome the trade barrier established by the host countries. It is aim, this type of FDI is aimed to serve the target market and its surroundings market effectively. For example, if an American company is exporting in India, now to protect the domestic market or to encourage the Indian product under the Make in India or Atmanirbhar Bharat mission, if the government thinks to increase various type of taxes. Now if the government do so, then the American company who is exporting their product in India, for them it becomes very difficult to export, as the cost of selling will increase. Now in such a case, the American company is doing FDI and start their production in India, and their aim is to produce in India, sell in India, as well as export in the surroundings market, that is producing in India and then selling to India, as well as exporting to the nearby countries like China, Bhutan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, etc. So for this purpose the FDI is made, is called as export replacement. Generally, countries with high per capita income are targeted for export replacement FDI. By doing so, the company will able to earn more amount of money in terms of selling price. The next type is export platform. In order to minimize the company's cost of production and distribution, the FDI is made so as to utilize the target country to serve the global market. Before explaining, we'll see the example. Say for example, an American company is producing in America and then selling all over the world. But they have realized that their cost of production is very high in America. But if they will start their production in India and then from India they will sell all over the world, then their cost of production will minimize, as the raw material is available at a cheaper rate in India, as well as the labors are available in India, the labor, one of the cheapest labor are available. So the company stop their production facility in America and start producing in India. This is called as export platform. The country use the foreign company use our country as a platform, produce in a larger quantity, and then they will sell across the globe so that they can reduce the cost of production. For that purpose, if the FDI is made, then it is called as export platform. So again, in order to minimize the company's cost of production and distribution, the FDI is made so as to utilize the target country to serve the global market. The competitive advantage for the company is various type of incentives offered by the host countries. One of the important objective to enter in such market, that the country is offering many advantage, many incentives for export. Say for example, India provides incentives, many monetary and non-monetary incentives to exporter. So if that American company comes to India, start producing in India and then sell in foreign market, then the company will have many advantage, like they will get the raw material at cheaper cost. Further, they will get the cheapest labor available, as well as Indian government, to promote export from our country, Indian government provide various type of incentives to foreign exporters. So the company will have that advantage also. So here the country is targeted where the export incentives are provided. And the third one is domestic substitutions. Generally, the firm invests in foreign countries so as to serve the investor in home country. Here, the firm do FDI in foreign market so that they can serve their investor in home country. The basic objective of firm in this type of FDI to obtain cheap input and support home production. Here the company generally do FDI in foreign market so that they will have the access of cheapest raw material available, and by availing those raw material they will support the production in home country. Say for example, Raymond has done a backward integration in Switzerland company. A Raymond company uses the wool, Swiss wool, to make the strength and whiteness in woolen clothes. Now the company has done backward integration with Swiss company, Switzerland company. The aim of doing is that the Raymond company will get uninterrupted supply of wool at a cheaper rate. So for this purpose, any FDI is done is called as domestic substitutions. So that is all about today's session. Have a nice day. Goodbye.